Hey everyone, I'm Jack Ferdman, and this is Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. It's Foreign Film Friday, and today's film is the Brazilian mystery drama from 1997, 4 Days in September. One Oscar-nominated film, let's go. Now, 4 Days in September was directed by Bruno Barreto and stars Pedro Cardoso, Fernanda Torres, and Alan Arkin. Now, this film is based on a true story that shook Brazil in the late 1960s. Members of the revolutionary movement known as October 8th kidnapped Charles Elbrick, the American ambassador to Brazil, in an attempt to exchange him for political prisoners. And what follows is not just a hostage crisis, it's a tense 4-day standoff that exposes the moral, political, and emotional complexities of both the rebels and the establishment. Now, on paper, this is a phenomenal story to tell. The production value here is also top-notch. Barreto gives us a Brazil that feels authentic to the time, with meticulous detail in set design, costuming, and a smoky, grainy cinematography that makes you feel like you're in the middle of a 1960s political thriller. The film looks and sounds just terrific. Alan Arkin, playing Ambassador Elbrick, adds a whole new level of gravitas. He's not just a victim in the middle of a crisis, he brings humanity and compassion to a role that could have been just one note. His dynamic with the young rebels is fascinating to watch. And Pedro Cardoso and Fernanda Torres, as two of the revolutionaries, are also excellent, bringing a vulnerability that helps us see them as more than just terrorists. Barreto's greatest strength here is that he tries to give empathy to both sides. We see the passion, desperation, and fear of the young radicals, but also the cost of their choices. That said, for a political thriller, you expect a bit more tension. There are moments that feel gripping, but the film never quite sustains that edge-of-your-seat intensity you get from movies like Z or Munich. The pacing occasionally stalls, and the screenplay doesn't flow as smoothly as it could. Still, it does succeed in making us think about how far people will go when democracy fails them, and how violence, even when rooted in conviction, can blur the line between justice and destruction. Now, two things do stand out, of course: the authenticity of the look and feel of the period, and the performances across the board. But overall, while the story is fascinating and the craftsmanship impressive, the execution just isn't as fluid as it could have been. It's not a great film, but it is a good one. And I'm going to give 4 Days in September a solid B. Now, 4 Days in September was nominated for just one Academy Award, and that was for Best Foreign Language Film, and it didn't win. Join me again tomorrow for another Oscar-nominated film right here on Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. Because if the Academy took notice, it's worth a rewatch.